During the old illegal discriminatory practice of redlining, parts of Altadena were open where people of color could buy homes.
So generations of black families planted roots there. Eyewitness News reporter Annabelle Munoz spoke to one of those families and takes a closer look at Altadena's black history. She's live with this story from Pasadena. Annabelle?
Hi, Philip. Well, right now we're outside of Octavia's bookshelf here in Pasadena. You can see all the jugs and cases of water, and that is because this bookstore is operating as a resource center. And I should mention, it is named after a prominent black figure in black history, author Octavia Butler. Let's go inside. I want to show you all of these shelves that you see to the right. They're typically filled with books. Those books have gone into storage as they've started collecting donations for folks impacted by the Eaton Fire. Altadena holds a history of family, struggle, and beloved community.
At one time, we were 30% African American.
The Mountain View Cemetery is the resting place of abolitionist and educator Ellen Garrison Jackson Clark and renowned author Octavia Butler. The community is also home to hundreds of black families whose homes were ravaged by the Eaton Fire 1 week ago.
You've got 3 generations of, and we are Daniels, Franklin, Hughes, and we have an element that's not here, Freeney.
Between these families, 7 homes were destroyed.
There's generational wealth that is in question now.
One that is still standing is the home Shelley Daniels and her husband Paul purchased for about $16,000 in 1960.
At that time, it was pretty difficult as a black person to get past Woodbury, really.
Shelley and Paul were engaged in racial justice efforts with organizations like the NAACP and Women in Action.
We organized in order to get a black member on the city council.
Shelley's granddaughter, Jamaica Hughes, lived in one of the family homes that was destroyed.
I've raised my kids here. Their friends are reaching out. I've had friends reach out to me literally from junior high school.
Hughes is determined to return and rebuild, a wish her 93-year-old grandmother echoes.
I would hope for Altadena to rebuild. I don't think I'll be here to see Altadena rebuild, but I do hope that Altadena rebuilds because it's a wonderful place.
Today, Altadena is a diverse community, roughly 18% African American and 27% Latino.
Give honor and homage to the diversity of our community. There's a large Japanese presence in Altadena.
Veronica Jones, a lifelong resident of Altadena and president of the Altadena Historical Society, hopes the voices of these residents are at the center of an equitable rebuilding of the city. She also has a message to the many intergenerational black families who call this home.
They don't have to leave. It's their home. It's their place that people, years ago set down the stakes and paid the price for them to be here.
Well, back out here live in Pasadena, Octavia's bookshelf is still looking for some donations. They're focusing on water and gift cards right now. And folks can't help but notice and point out to the author that this bookstore is named after wrote a book in the 90s, The Parable of the Sower, a book that touched on climate change, racism, and economic disparity, set in 2024 and 2025, including a large fire that takes place in that book in February of 2025.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.